Hello and welcome to day 27 of 40 Days of God's Promises. Today in the book of Romans chapter 8:28 we find in the New King James, and we know that all things work together to the good of those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. Here we have God's promise of good fortune. God says here that whatever we go through, be it good or bad, difficult moments, trying times, they will all work together in the end to our good. God is saying that our spiritual good will come out of everything that we go through here in life and ultimately our salvation. You can recall in the Old Testament the story of Joseph. Joseph, the son of Israel, was sold into slavery by his brothers out of jealousy. He is sold, he's carried into Egypt. There, he winds up in the house of a dignitary, and the dignitary's wife comes after Joseph. Joseph rebuffs her advances, and she lies on Joseph. He has now charges brought up against him, and he's placed in prison. While in prison, he's elevated to a position of authority, but then there are those there who he helps, and they forget about him once they are free. So now he's in prison, he's languishing there. But then finally, one of the persons remembers Joseph, and they go to Pharaoh and they tell him that there's someone in prison who can satisfy your need. He can answer, interpret this dream. And now Joseph is brought out of prison. He's placed as commissioner of agriculture over all of Egypt. Here you have a man who goes slavery, prison, forgotten about in prison, and now he's placed as the commissioner of agriculture, controlling everything in all of Egypt. It all worked together for his good. Then when his brothers arrive, not only is it for his good, it's for all of Israel's good. Because now Jacob and all of his sons are brought into Egypt where they are taken care of. We're now near the end of Jacob's life, the end of Israel's life. And what happens is now the brothers come together because they're thinking that Joseph is going to harm them. And they're begging his forgiveness. And Joseph says, it's okay. Because those things that you intended for bad, God intended it for good. Remember, whatever you're going through, allow God to work it out. Allow God to turn it into your good. And his promise is, if we trust him, if we have patience, if we love him, and he has called us according to his purpose, and we live through to that purpose, it will work out in the end to our good. Again, thank you for listening. This is day 27 of 40 Days of God's Promises. We pray you will continue to listen with us, to grow with us. Again, accept his promise that it will work out to your betterment. You will have good fortune. Your spiritual good will come out of everything you encounter here on earth. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Three translations. Have a wonderful day.